Gorilla Take's content is great. It's what I would have said if it is. Instead, it is basically a mildly annoying piece of trash lately with some good productions or produced content. So let's go back to the beginning to see how good it actually was. This is the beginning of the best part of Gorilla Tag. The old content was amazing. The simpler things of just checking out updates, and they never seem to have gotten boring or anything like that. We never wanted expensive, great updates. We just wanted the simple updates. So, what went wrong? Nothing. We had great creators at the beginning until about, per se, when this update dropped. The spring update. The spring update is probably the most game-changing update we've ever seen. The game was dry, the content was stale, everyone was upset, Lemming was having issues, and it was all in shambles. The game could have gone down at any moment. It didn't. But creators never stood the same after this. The main thing this update affected was the creators, because we lost a lot of them, and that's the first point I'm going to point out. We lost a lot of creators, such as Apollo, Nemo in VR. There's so many more that I can't say, but we lost a lot of them because of this update. They didn't want to play, or, they might have quit because of this update, since it was so boring. Maybe they didn't touch Gorilla Tag again. Some of them, though, said they were taking a break after this update, meaning it was kind of hard to make content at that update, which it was. I settled on montages when it was on that update, and I was specifically doing shorts because I knew long-term videos wouldn't get much views. I just settled on shorts because I wouldn't have been able to make it afterwards. So it was kind of in shambles, the content. But after this update, it was getting a little bit better. But we got clickbaiters and all that stuff starting up. And so it started a real problem. Our biggest problem isn't even the fact that the creators left. It's the creators that were staying. They are posting so many clickbait. It's hard to tell the difference between real content and fake content on Gorilla Tag. Here are some examples of the clickbait. It's becoming a real problem, and I quite frankly don't know how to fix it. I've tried making a series, by the way, you should check it out. It's a playlist of basically that I'm working on, of basically tons of videos that are just trying to be original as possible. So check that out after this video. So now let's get back into this. There's a lot of clickbait creators, and I quite frankly don't know how to fix that. It's just stuck like that. And I don't know how people will be able to fix that, but it's gonna have to work. When we're talking on the topic of problems in the Gorilla Tag content community, can't forget to mention, well, we can't really forget to mention the amount of controversies. There's so much, man, and it's so funny because you kind of screw yourself over, and it's like, wow, that's a real smart idea to do something so inappropriate. So many controversies that some of them I don't want to talk about, some of them I do, some of them I have actually covered on my YouTube channel, like CJVR, which is, we don't even talk about that one. That one is just, oh my god. That one, we don't need to talk about. Anyways, there's a lot of controversies. That's another big problem. We can't have those. People being inappropriate is also another, again, another untrustworthy thing that will affect the community and make it have a bad rep. That's kind of how we have a bad rep in the community, by us doing that. So let's stop doing that. Now, I know I've talked about controversies already in this video, but I would like to not go over too much in-depth detail on this. There's another creator called Broken Milljacks that he basically goes in depth and like lots of detail, specific videos on specific controversies or things that have happened in Gorilla Tag's community. That is kind of what this video is trying to be, except it's trying to show that we need to fix the content because the content isn't great. So anyways, let's continue on. What is the main problem so far? The main problem is we are stuck doing this in this content thing, and we're not alone. Let's look back at a controversy I literally talked about. CJVR. He did the exact same content over and over and over again, just more spread out like every month or so then it didn't seem like it's just the same thing. So, you know, I've discussed it on my video, but CJVR like kind of copied his own content and did it, and he also copied other creators' content and made the false claims that he didn't. He also did something extremely inappropriate in a store. By the way, he also brought candy to the movie theater and recorded in a movie theater, which is a crime. So, you know, we kind of can understand that he kind of is a dick, and there's no redeeming qualities, and Milljacks though does want him to be redeemed. I'm saying sure, why not, but give it time. You can't just get him back into it immediately, which was what was happening. He tried to make false claims against this thing, and it just led down a path of just building a channel of untruthful inappropriateness. So that's about it. So after this, we're gonna get into what my friends think about Gorilla Tag's content recently. Oh, I'm interviewing you. How is Gorilla Tag's content lately?
Kind of mid, basically repeated, but
that is my point. That is my point. A big point. Also, by the way, is it a coincidence that I did the trailer for my video and I talked about in one point Apollo, and then you did a video about Apollo? Is that a coincidence?
Yes, very much a coincidence.
Big coincidence. Big coincidence.
It's crazy. And then there's a video out today about why he disappeared. So.
Oh my god. Okay, Apollo's getting a lot more talk now. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your opinion on controversial content in Gorilla Tag?
Ooh, that go crazy. I don't really know. I try to stay away from that stuff and all the drama and stuff, but there's not much recently, but there's some crazy stuff.
Yes, there is some crazy stuff, especially in the past.
Actually, seem like much
But from what you've seen, at least from what you've seen.
It's pretty good. It's like.
Okay, so since you haven't seen much, you probably haven't seen the damn repetitive. Okay, what is your opinion on Gorilla Tag's content recently?
Well, the previous content was kind of good because it came out. I've seen him. It's pretty good back in the past, but in the future now, some people already seen it and they're posting content that's already been seen.
Oh my god, thank you. That's good, because like that's my point. My most recent